Hello, this is Jess, and this is chat session number 148. Good to see you. We're going to go right into actually, let's do all this other introductory stuff. Let's get the date and situated and stuff. It's March 28th, 2018, Wednesday, about 11:15 p.m. Getting ready to go to sleep. Gotta be at work at 7. I worked 7 to 7 today, or actually about 6:30, 7 to 6:30, and just been relaxing. Watched a little TV. Watched some Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. There was a big showdown between the Klingons and the Federation and the Cardassians. The Klingons were attacking the Cardassians. The Federation was opposing it. It was great. It was a pretty good episode, actually. I'm on season 4, episode 2 of that particular series right now. I'm in season 9 now of Frasier. There's 11 seasons total. I'll be done with that soon. Star Trek Voyager, I'm in season 4, episode 1. Mad Men, I'm in season 4, episode 2. Comedy Bang Bang, I'm in season 5, episode 20. And there's 21 episodes. I'm almost done with that. 2 more episodes, and that'll be a completely watched, another completely watched series. I have quite a few on the list now of things that I've seen in their entirety from beginning to end, and the seasons and the episodes, etc. But anyway, okay, back to the things at hand. We got to take care of some tidbits of history on this day in 1979. We had a nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island. It was owned by Metropolitan Edison, and they immediately put out a memo that it was a safe situation and no radiation had gotten into the area. But as the news was on it and things started happening, they got it cooled down, but then they realized there somehow a hydrogen bubble had got in there into the core, and it had released whenever that happened. There was some kind of, they said it was a real low volume sound, but it was an explosion actually, and radiation leaked into the atmosphere. They didn't say how much, but anyway, it was contained, and little damage was done. The whole reactor itself was completely damaged, irreplaceable. Had to be thrown out, whatever. It was no good. It reached a temperature of 4,000 degrees in the core, and at 5,000 it would have been a meltdown, and radiation would have spread out across the land. So it was pretty close, but they did get it contained. Now, the drama of it all would have been much less if they'd let the system, the way it was designed to prevent stuff, it was going to super cool everything and just be done with it. But the human operators saw confusing and contradictory readings, and they ended up shutting the water supply off, and that caused everything to start going into overmode, to overheat, and they eventually returned the water back on and started cooling it, but they almost caused a major catastrophe for that area. I believe it's in 3 Mile Island. It's down the river from the capital of Pennsylvania, I believe, Harrisburg. Is that correct? So yeah, it was just a new reactor that was put in place in '78, and it was like supposed to supply extra energy during crunch time, during critical moments when supply runs low or whatever for the area. But instead we had this incident. Since that time, there has not been one new nuclear plant put in the United States. I believe Glen Rose has one. That's the closest to me. I floated down some river through there right by the plant. I probably picked up some stuff. That water was very strange, but we canoed down it long. It just been a long time, but I remember I was lobster red like I've never been before, since, or before that. My skin was just so red. It was very strange, but here I am years and years later. It's been a long time, at least 20 years back probably. But anyway, okay, on with that. We're got the history in 1979. Now we're going to do the bands that begin with the letter V. I have Vixen, Vandenberg, Van Halen, Viceroys, Victor Wooten, Victors, Vanilla Fudge, Vortex, and Bow Wow. Bow Wow was originally Bow Wow, but they changed their name in 1979 to Bow Wow. They're a Japanese band. And I knew, now I couldn't get the confirmation. Some of these bands I don't want to make up my mind as I'm thinking, so I confirm them on the network and stuff, and it kept coming up Bow Wow. It would not say Bow Wow until, so I had to hand type it in. I couldn't talk to the machine and make it do it. It kept saying Bow Wow, but I typed it in and it came up, and I knew I was right because I heard of them. I mean, I lived in Japan for 4 years, so, or 3 years, whatever, full time, total time. But I knew that band. I knew it was Bow Wow. So, all right, that takes care of the tidbits of history and the little music thing we have going. If you know of any bands that start with letter V and I didn't mention them, and it might be a common band that I just overlooked. I do these. I don't look up stuff and try to get them. I just top of my head what I can think of and remember. And so if you have any, please go to the bottom of the comments and I'll check it out. And maybe I'll learn about a new band. Who knows? But anyway, we are into Wednesday. It's almost over. We're supposed to be working Monday through Thursday, but they've already said we're working this Friday, so they can't make up their mind at this job that I have. They make statements, and then 3 days later they go right against the statement that because they came and told me today, hey, Friday's regular work day. I said, no, they said at the meeting Monday through Friday. And they looked at me like I was crazy because they know how this place is. They just decide, then they make up a reason. They said we have some 1,400 cabinet order or whatever that has to be processed by Monday, so we have to work Friday in order to get a jump on it or whatever. And I told them if the machine's working, I'll cut that thing by myself. And they know I'll try. I guess I pushed in close to, I was definitely over 7. I would say probably 7,400 feet today. It's not, it's not like easy as that. I mean, we got to move material in, move material out. We have a bin that throws the trash in these boxes underneath where I work at. We got to open that up every so often, empty them boxes out because all the little pieces fall in there. And there's just getting carts in and to put the material on, pushing it back to the go when we're done. I mean, there's a lot of stuff besides just cutting. But from 7 to 6:30, I ran pretty near 7,500 feet, and that's pretty much an average day. The machine was actually running pretty decent today, so I didn't have a whole lot of time down. Did at the very beginning, but they fixed it quickly, and we're using this new system now. It's all this where we used to have somebody put the material onto a car, and now it goes directly to the machine that they take it to. Instead of there's nobody touching it, it just goes directly there. They have this thing all set up, and they're still trying to tweak it out. It's a big mess, but it goes down a conveyor into another one, and then underneath these things stop each one so that it can go one at a time into the machine. And it's just I'm too fast for it because my material backs up before the thing can open up, because it feeds one end, so everything stops. And that's why they have these little levers that come down and hold everything. And I looked over there, and there was like 15-20 pieces all backed up. And when it's like that, when the door opens, they all go through, and it just clogs everything. It's a big mess. So I've got to learn how to work with this system, but I'm too fast. I'm used to getting that material down the belt to the next place, because everything in my job starts with me. The wood gets put to me, and then I cut it, and that's where everything starts in this business that I'm in where I work at. So I would like to give $1,200 an hour plus. They ask for $1,000 per hour when everything's running smooth. I can easily do that. I mean, I've hit 1,600 feet or so in 1 hour before. If I'm jamming and nobody bugs me and the machine's working right, I can get it on. I would say at the plant I'm the fastest operator they have on this machine, and I make my quotas usually. Like I said, we have downtime for all the stuff getting, so we just tracked all that in time. But as far as hitting that goal, I pretty much, whatever they ask of me, they usually get it. Machine goes down, nothing I can do about that. They have people that come out there and work on it all the time. Stuff happens, gets bumped, or it starts just doing its own thing. It's all on a computer, so you never know. But anyway, I've just rambled on about my job. I guess that's a change of pace from all this nonsense politics, so that's a good thing, I guess. But I wish I wouldn't have talked about it, because I got to be back up there and probably getting close to be around 7 hours from now. So I'm getting ready to go to catch a few winks, and appreciate you watching. This is Jess, chat session number 148. Be truthful, be happy, and let's look out for each other, okay? I mean, if there's one thing we can do, let's look out for each other. I mean, let's start turning all this negative crap into a positive. Have a great Wednesday evening. Bye.